Hey folks, Matt Ryder, day 11 of National Poetry Month, 2020. I'm here to read some poems by poets with the last name that starts with M, because that's where we are in the alphabet. And there's a lot of them I didn't realize that I like. So we're going to start today with a poet I like especially. His name is Dan Majors. This book is called Party Knife, and the first poem is the last poem of his collection I'm going to read. It's called Ibiza Dawn Chill Mix 9. Let's take the night to its logical terminus. No one wants to be like you. For a while, every commercial film in the United States ended to the patter of Peter Gabriel's Salisbury Hill, hoariest of boomer songs. All of that is over now. We were all in it trying to be famous, but what we ended with were good friends and great memories. And isn't that what it's always about? Legs squeaking against vinyl in the summertime in the parking lot? Cecilia, thank you for making out with me. The snowflakes hold the air once I see the frozen lake, a song. A girl goes back into time to save her friend. I can't wait to meet you there. Experimentation becomes so serious, and panic is the monster you set me, consumed in happiness. A song would save my life, about a girl who goes back in time. Lucid dreams and near-death experiences become so serious. A night I wanted to change will have forgotten how to, leaving only that I wanted something else. A song would save my life. Welling up in my hands are emotions, and I awaken in her wake, and I almost saw heaven then. The other productive thing I did was eat Thai food. My boss had to take the day off when his retainer fell out. The free clinic girl turned to me, glistening. Do you sometimes feel like this is just a dream? Stars to earth and currents passing? This feels so good. Slap me if I fall asleep. She says you've been sleeping the whole time. Like a teenager again, dust motes exploding off her hair, and I woke up in a wheelchair. Dan Majors, Party Knife. Hi, Dan. Next, I'll read a poem by a gentleman by the name of Andy Martrich, who put this book of poems out a couple years back. But a wonderful collection. Check it out. It's on BlazeVox, I believe. Yeah. And I can't really read much of it because it's kind of crazy and image-driven, and he's even got some Mets in there eating crackers. But I'm just going to try to read one poem for you, or what I think is a poem. It's kind of a little ambiguous in this, but that's what I love about it. Andy does some really great work. Where had they stopped? We noticed a small amount of peanut shells. Why do they call it that? Answering the phone and regretting it. She was amazed at the amount of light coming in from under the door. He still managed to sustain warmth under his parents' fried electric blanket. Heat boat returning with fewer customers. A rarefied ochre might be a better idea to assemble housemen and then scan. If cache cleared in a small office, eyes stare back at knurls. A thin, flat plate or tablet of metal-like, matte-like film attached to his eye. On the foreign language center, middle-aged Caucasians in line at the post office had poor custom frames. She knew all kinds of stuff, running the leg, supporting the arm, his rope-like suspicion of thick fingers, chessboard, clumsiness allowed him to kick up more sand than the others. The only referee for miles, hands like toes, sitting in the same gazebo, will most likely ditch a lot of these old pieces. Screwed it up a little at the end there. Check it out. Andy Martrich. I'm not sure the title there. E-Court. Hi, Andy. And the last M poet for the day we're going to do is a poet by the name of Kate Marvin, who's an amazing poet that I get to teach with over at College of Staten Island when she's around, not in Maine. But I've been teaching with her for several years. She's taught me a lot about teaching poetry. She's taught me a lot about dealing with students. And I'm going to read a poem of hers because I've never done so before, out loud. And I think because of what's going on right now, with the contagion in the air, I'm going to do the first poem of her book called Fragment of the Head of the Queen. Great book. And I'm going to read the first poem of it called Love the Contagion. Quest the contagion, funnel much muck through your hands, upraised and cupped, pour river brack down your throat, pick your scabs with loving glee. Love your master of pestilence, conquer of white clothes, mud prints, paw prints, germs, not even the physician knows. Eat through a muskrat's lair, divine in the grubber's slumber, beneath rotting leaves, take the lot, crush it in your bare hands. Look at the moon for its holes. Narrow your eyes at its skin until you find its pores. Squint your eyes at the filthy sun and run toward the flavor factory where the cherry stench hangs above the highway. The machines that cast that bright net of scent into the polluted air, its mix of chemicals so thick your breath trips as if you're inhaling jello. Lap at its stickiness, run your hands through your own gnarled hair. Repelled the lover, cast his grace at broken ground, where your lover's indiscretions like stick pins in your apple hat. Rotting skin, dry as dust, ample sliced, a great old pie atop your head. Exclamation. Be the world. Do not deny our fascination lies in its filth, the maggot's sweet diet. Marvel at the corrupt. Make disgust your lust, and cast your fresh pain to the trash. Kate Marvin's Love the Contagion. That'll be it for today. I think we just got through day 11 or day 12 of National Poetry Month, and I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, folks.